Hi, I'm Amber Denman, a registered dietitian nutritionist and extension educator with Penn State Extension. When cooking, it's important to use salt-free spices and herbs, vinegars, citrus zest, and fruit juices as flavorings for your food instead of added sugars, saturated fat, and sodium. For example, choose plain garlic powder or onion powder rather than garlic salt or onion salt. There are many possibilities, and a great place to start is with myplate.gov. This interactive website offers resources, recipes, and tips for building a healthy eating routine. It can be quick and easy to make your own salt-free seasoning blends. I will show you how to make the everyday salt-free seasoning blend. The first two ingredients that are the base of the blend are 2 tablespoons of garlic powder and 2 tablespoons of onion powder. When you look at the Let's Cook with Herbs and Spices, a beginner's guide to salt-free seasoning blends handout, you will see these 2 ingredients start each blend, and it's for good reason. These 2 ingredients are the backbone and flavor profile of our salt-free seasoning blends. I'm going to start by adding in the onion powder and garlic powder. Next, I'll add in 1 tablespoon of parsley, 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, which is one of my favorite spices. Now let's say you're not fond of cumin, or maybe it's a little too spicy for you. The great thing about these blend recipes is that you can substitute or take out an herb or spice if you do not like it. Continuing down the ingredient list, add in 1 teaspoon of ground mustard seed, 1 teaspoon of dill weed, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cayenne. I am not a spicy type of gal, but the 1/4 teaspoon of ground cayenne is just enough to let you know that it is there, and it really adds a layer of flavor to the mixture. Now in the bowl, I'm going to combine all the ingredients until they're well blended. For storage, you will want to store your salt-free seasoning blends in an airtight container, away from heat and light. A rule of thumb for seasoning is a year or 2 for the storage of herbs and spices. You could use an old spice container or even something like this small mason jar, which fits the recipe perfectly. It makes about 1/3 cup of seasoning. Either way, make sure it's out of the light and away from heat. I encourage you to try this blend and see what foods you enjoy it on. Some suggested pairings include chicken, fish, broccoli, kale, brown rice, and quinoa. Once you experiment with the different spice blend recipes and become familiar with other herbs and spices, you can start to make your own salt-free seasoning blends. Compared to a general, commercially prepared, all-purpose seasoning, which is often high in sodium, this everyday salt-free seasoning blend is exactly what it says. It contains no salt. For additional information on making healthy food and beverage choices, specifically limiting added sugars, saturated fat, and sodium, visit myplate.gov.